Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Red Room. So, today, after a lot of requests, we're going to talk again about one of the most infamous topics of the moment, AI art.
Yes, so we did a video some time ago. It was about using Stable Diffusion in a local install and Midjourney, and something else. I can't remember what it was. Blue Willow, probably. But lately we have been using other stuff, and some of this is free, so it's probably better to use than, for example, Midjourney, which is not free at all and at the moment. And the local install for Stable Diffusion is free, but it requires a larger learning curve and also having
A good computer.
more than a
No.
computer, a good graphic
Yeah.
card. So not everybody has one, and mine is almost at the limit. I can't use it for some of the newer stuff. Okay, so let's start by sharing the screen and showing Leonardo AI, which is not really a new thing, but it has improved recently. And it has the advantage that you have some free credits. Not this. I paid for this. But if you don't pay, you have, I don't know how many, 800, something like that, which is probably enough to start playing around with this and trying. And maybe even if you don't really use it intensively, maybe it will be enough. Okay, this is a basic explanation, nothing really complicated, and it will be focused on using this for role-playing games. Not if you want something else, you should look for professional people, not us. So, how to use this? At first, it might seem a bit complicated. It has lots of models. One of them is actually called RPG. I don't use it. There are better models than this one, but if you want to do just fantasy stuff, probably it's a good one. But we are focusing on the basics, so let's just go straight ahead to AI image generation, which is what you need. Okay, so when you get in here, you still have to choose a model, even though I'm going to give you the simplified explanation. There are some things that aren't straight to the point here. It's not like Midjourney. You have to choose some stuff. But let's say just the choices for the featured model here aren't so vast as in a local install of Stable Diffusion. So you have Deliberate, which is good for realistic images. Dream Shaper, which is good for everything. Absolutely Reality, which is obviously by the name, it's for realistic images. Leonardo Diffusion, which is obviously their model and probably one of the best here. RPG 4.0, this is a obviously illustration based thing. 3D animation style I've never used. And these are the base models. This Stable Diffusion 2.1 is the most recent. I haven't used it a lot because in a local install, it requires a very good graphic card with about 8 GB memory, something like that. So I don't have one. It's very slow here. Okay, let's select Leonardo Diffusion because it's probably the best one. So this is the model choice. Now, the style. Here on the right, you have selection of styles. That basically, these are prompts, automatic prompts, so you don't have to write a very complicated prompt to appear. So I'm going to delete this one. What do you want, photographic or illustration? Obviously, there are other stuff, but we don't want a 3D. I don't think we need a sketch or a black and white or a colored one.
I'm thinking, well, what you prefer. I'm going to give you descriptions for the things that I'm writing for darkness.
Let's try different things. Let's go with illustration before. Since this is based on Stable Diffusion, you should click here to add the negative prompt. This is not necessary usually on Midjourney, but everything that is based on Stable Diffusion requires, of course, in this case, this is not really the Stable Diffusion that you use in your computer, but it is already tuned to work. But it's still better to use the negative prompt. Now, here on the side, there are lots of stuff. You're not going to get in there, but prompt magic is something that um, transforms your prompt in a way that will work better. So I recommend that you click on this one. Alchemy is only available for paid customers. So if you are paying for this, you can choose it. Obviously, it's also something that will turn your image into something a little bit better. But if you are just trying, it won't have alchemy. Now, dimensions here. Are we going to start with a portrait or landscape?
With the portrait.
Okay, so let's choose the aspect ratio of 3:4. This is very small, so let's 768 by 1024. You don't have to touch this stuff down here. So this has control net. If you know what it is, you know that you can use it here, as you can use it as in a local install, and the guiding scale is the same thing that exists in the. This means how accurate this will be according to your own prompt. We'll leave it as it is. Now, to start, we just need a prompt.
Do you want me to give you the prompt in the chat? It's a bit of a descriptions of the character. It's the oracle. No, or want me to tell you?
It's best if you tell me.
Okay.
So you want a portrait? Portrait.
Yes.
And what is a portrait?
So of a young man.
Young man. How young, by the way?
Well, young, like his mid-20s.
It's probably better to write it because sometimes young man can be interpreted as a child or a very young teenager. More. What's more?
So he should have dark brown hair.
Dark brown hair.
And settling dark blue eyes.
And settling dark.
And settling.
Dark blue eyes.
Pale skin. And delicate and childlike features. He's supposed to be an oracle. If that helps. Oracle of Shadows, something like that.
No, probably not.
I know, it should be dark. I mean, just for the tone, it should be something dark.
Okay. The mood
is dark, yes. The mood is always dark.
Let's start by this. Don't add anything else. I'm going to choose just 2 images because if you are not paying for this, you will not have many credits, so you probably should choose just 2 images. Just one is not really good because you can compare it, so 2 is probably the best choice. Let's generate it. It will take some time, so I'm going to use something else.
While we wait, a cooking
so
show.
I'm going to choose. I'm going to show you Stable Diffusion. This is by the guys who do the Stable Diffusion models, the base ones. Stability AI. It's called Clipdrop. It has other uses besides creating images. For images, this is not really a good choice, but it is free. And this one also has a paid account, a paid version, but it's inexpensive. So if you want to try it, it's also an option. But it does other stuff that I'm going to show you next. Right now, we are going to put it to work as well. It has some options. The style, we are going for a digital art. Aspect ratio is already chosen, portrait. It uses a negative prompt as well, and it has 2 versions of the SDXL. This is the most recent Stable Diffusion model. Let's generate. This one always generates 4 images. If you are using a free version, it would take a little bit more. Okay, this one is very quick. Let's check this one. As you can see, the other one is better, but they follow the prescription.
Hmm.
So, do you like this?
Yes, it should be add a little bit of darkness, but that is for just for the portrait. That's enough.
Well, you
It
can
should
tell
look crazy, so I need
the mood is dark and
it should
sinister.
have crazy eyes, something like
Yeah,
that.
let's do
It's supposed to be
let's do
crazy.
something. Let's do something that it's a trick. And then now you're going to think about someone, an actor, or model, or whatever, that reminds you this character. Because usually, if you put the name of the real person there, it improves the quality.
Well, it could be a young Christopher Walken. Yeah, I know that's probably not gonna work
Yeah, well, let's
because
try.
I'm thinking about the crazy eyes.
Like young. I'm not sure when Christopher Walken started being famous, so well, young might be not that young, but let's try it anyway. And let's try the same thing in the other one. I don't think it makes difference here, but let's do it anyway.
I like the hair on that first one. It was a bit because
You can still use it.
yeah, on the other one, that was on that other one.
Okay, so it worked.
Yeah, that's good. It
And
it has the crazy eyes.
you probably do you agree with me? These ones are better
Yes, yes.
for several reasons.
I like that first one. Yeah, that top one.
Yeah, I would choose this one.
Yeah,
These ones aren't so great, but they aren't bad as well.
yeah. That has a little bit of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's try something else. Now, with the same prompt, let's try a photorealistic image. Let's try it here, and let's try it here. But in this one, I'm not going to select photographic, but cinematic. It's usually better. It's almost the same. It's realistic, but it has a touch of well, it's different. It doesn't look like a snapshot, but like something from a movie, or it's supposed to be like that. Okay. We lost a bit of the
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Christopher Walken look, but
I like that second one, not that the other one.
just as a
Yeah, but
problem.
that's weird color. That looks like a woman's shirt.
Let's try also with the photographic as well, or the analog film maybe. And meanwhile, yeah, works. I think it looks like the same person here, but here is a just a an illustration, and this is more like a photo. And let's try something else. The photo reel. This one is supposed to look like a photo. It doesn't mean that it will work like that, but let's try. Okay. I think these ones look probably more like Christopher Walken.
Yes.
This one has a David Lynch hair.
Yeah,
but,
I kind of like that one because of the other one because of the crazy hair.
Yeah,
that could also work.
Now,
well, we played one shot of that, well, 2 sessions, so you know the guy.
Yeah. Let's try no style to see what it comes up with no help from us. And okay, this one doesn't look like Christopher Walken at all, but does look like a picture because this is the photorealistic, and that's the problem with
I
this
don't know if that one doesn't have a little bit of Timothée Chalamet there.
Yeah, if Timothée Chalamet was a man.
Yes.
Okay, so let's forget about the photoreal. It's not working for this. Okay, are we happy with
yes, we are.
These ones?
We are happy. Yes.
Now, of course, it depends. What was the style that you were?
And what the style that you're going to use in this case? Because you are the art director. I just write stuff.
Okay, since we are, yeah, this one even looks a little bit more like Christopher Walken. Yeah, this one has the Christopher Walken hair. Okay, why did I choose Clipdrop as well? Because Clipdrop does something that might be interesting for people that are using this for role-playing games. Because sometimes you are using a portrait for a character, but you don't want the background. So Leonardo has something as a tool to take the background away. But I think that clip drop is the same, the best way to do that. Let's try it. Of course, there are other ways to do this, but this requires no effort. It just does it, and it works. As you can see, the background isn't here anymore.
Yeah, you could use it in Photoshop, but with hair it would.
Yeah, you'd have to select this, and
Yes. Crop it.
sometimes, yeah, and sometimes it's there are some mistakes here. And I'm going to approach this. I can't do more than this, but this works very well with the hairs. You see, there are hairs here that are, and they are still here. There are other things that you can do with this. For example, not removing but replacing. If you don't want the background that is there, and you want to select another background, but this doesn't look like a really good background. Sometimes it's kind of, let's, where do you see this character being?
Well, it should be at his family house. That it should be decades, an old decayed mansion.
Old mansion. Well, decayed, it's probably too much.
Yes.
Family house, old mansion, living room. Okay, let's try what comes from here. But usually it's not really good. This is just a. Okay, so here it went insane.
That could work. That one.
Yeah, probably the only one.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. This is just a. But for removing background, it does other stuff. Let's use the uncrop, which sometimes can be useful. So let's select this one. Uncrop means to create an image that is in a different aspect ratio, and supposedly it will do something here that fits into this image. So to create something else, it doesn't have to be this aspect ratio. It can be a portrait, but in this case, it's already a portrait, or to turn it into a square. Let's use the square because in this case, I don't think it would work. And this one might not work as well, but it's a try. Okay, this one is supposed to be easy, right? But it's not that easy.
Yeah, it looked like it's in jail.
Yeah, but you can also always click on the plus here, and you'll keep on doing stuff.
Who could actually work? Because it could be the grades from the house.
Yeah, could be something like that. Yes. Oh. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. Okay, this is just another option. Let's go back here, and now we want a landscape or something. It's not.
Well, actually, I was thinking about something for the cover, but probably that's too hard because I have an idea for the cover.
Yeah, probably not. The cover is the harder stuff.
Yeah.
So let's come up with a place.
Well, maybe the Vandermeer's house. It's supposed to be a old townhouse. Covered in vines. The exterior, yes. Covered in, I imagine it, a bit with the garden a bit wild and covered in vines.
Exterior of a mansion. Walls covered in vines, is that so?
Yes.
Unkept garden.
Yes. And this, with a bit of an air of abandonment.
Exterior of an old mansion.
Yes.
Let's say that the mood is sinister, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, we should add a negative prompt. We should choose another aspect ratio, 16:9. And this one looks good, yes.
In the style, we're gonna do
illustration
and then, okay.
Let's try illustration. I don't know if I have to choose something here. No, it's correct. Prompt magic and alchemy. Okay, let's copy the prompt and make it generate something. This one will probably not be that good because it doesn't do uh, landscapes as well as the other one. We'll need a negative prompt anyway. And the style, the same thing, digital art. There's also this one here. Not this one here. Mage. It's not bad. Uh, it's not wonderful as well, but well, what do you think of this? It's the look, but it's not really
Yes.
a really good image.
Yeah, I like the first one more or less. From all that, the first one would be better.
We this one. Let's try no style to see what comes up with, and I need the prompt to try Mage. Mage is free. I think it's entirely free if you want to just use uh, the the Excel model. Let's just try what it does. Okay, this one is better, of course.
Hmm.
Does it work?
Yeah, I like that first one. Yeah, just two.
Now let's do a photographic image. Okay, I think this is improved from the
Hmm.
first one.
Yeah, that is improved. There's too much
Maybe
vines, but
yeah, too much
yes,
lines. Improved in a way, worse in another way. Okay, let's try the cinematic, which usually looks better. This one is taking some time. Yeah,
I like that one. Yeah.
yeah. This one maybe it's not too much because this could be on purpose, right?
Yes,
This part
exactly. It
here.
doesn't look as wild, so it could be an uncapped. That one also works.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one not too much. Yeah, like the
of
first
course.
one and the last one.
We can always create more. Okay, this is still working. I think even
Hmm.
though this one here is too uncapped, I think, but
Yes,
it's
it's not really a house; it's just a side, a detail.
yeah. This is the detail only. In this case, we could create more images for instead of two to see what it comes up with. Well, this one is more like an uncamped house.
Hmm.
Not too. This one is already too much, probably.
Yeah, because they're supposed to have people living there.
Yeah. Well, Mage did something
Oh, I
else.
like that one. Well, not
Yeah.
for the.
Yes, this is just a detail, but it's not bad.
Actually, it could also be useful for the parts, the things in the weird things that are going to
Well,
happen in the house.
this was my fault because I let it do a square instead of selecting a landscape. You can do some more stuff here. This is more complete. Usually, putting the steps higher usually is a better image, and refiner strength is supposed to be a better image as well. And let's select KTP M2A because it's usually the best thing to work here. Okay, let's generate something else. And now you have more options, and this one is not the same as it was. It's still a detail, but this one looks nice, I think. It has windows, so it
Hmm.
doesn't look as abandoned.
Yes,
This one has windows too. Still, maybe too many vines. We could probably
maybe
uh,
remove the vines. Vines
yes,
or
yes,
the
maybe.
unkept garden. Maybe it's the two
No,
things.
let's leave the unkept garden maybe because I think that the worst here is the vines. So let's try it like this and see what happens. Okay, this is starting to look like a forest. So let's try this one with and okay, it went nuts. No, and black and white. I don't know why. Let's repeat it. Okay, it's starting to look more
Yeah,
habitable, right?
yeah, yeah. Oh, I like that one.
Let's keep this one. Maybe this one.
Yeah, I also like that one. Yeah.
Leonardo always takes a bit. Okay, it's improved.
Hmm.
It still has vines because we said that the garden wasn't kept, so
Yeah,
he
but the number of
assumed.
vines is more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The other one has the walls are covered, and they took too literally the
Yes.
covered in vines. So I think these ones are probably the
Yes.
best ones and usable. I like this um, the way it shows the flowers here
Hmm.
down there. The perspective is interesting. These ones are not bad, but the definition is really not good, and the colors. I think this one would require a better prompt for this to work
Hmm.
because this one has not really. Well, there's no model. This is or there's only a basic model. These ones are trained models as well. This one is just a basic model, so you need to improve
Improve the prompt.
on the description. Yeah, just a small, just a simple description that the one that we use here doesn't work as well in Clipdrop. So if you want to work on a more detailed description, okay, this one is interesting.
It's weird, but it's
Yeah,
interesting. That could be done. That could be used for the Beyond.
yeah, it looks like something that is
Came from the Beyond. Yeah.
maybe not a real place, but yeah, I like the effect of the clouds
Hmm.
up there. So now Mage is free, but you have a problem that it only creates one image at a time, and it takes a little bit of time. So this was just another example. Okay, something else that you want to see from here?
Do you want to try? I don't know. Do you want to try to create another image, or that's already?
Yeah, we can try that. Well, just to finish, what you wanted for the cover?
Oh yeah, why don't you do the
Let's
cover?
not expect something that
Yes,
will
no, no,
work.
no. But
But
what I was thinking is because of the cover, this is an adventure for darkness. So I was thinking to have like a line of buildings, and instead in the cover of darkness we'll have the raven. But I was thinking about having like the moon eats a skull, something like that. Like it's the night, and you
okay,
have a build.
when you say a line of buildings, you mean several buildings,
Yes, I was thinking about the city, but then
a city block?
yes, a city block illuminated by
Okay,
the moon that is actually a skull or has a skull imposed.
city block, night photo, um, moon showing behind buildings. Moon is in shape of a skull. I don't think this will work, but let's first select an illustration which is
Let's
more
try.
likely to. Now we want this to be a 3x4 and and maybe raw mode and let's try on the other one as well. I don't believe it will work, but let's see. Maybe. Okay. Here
That
we
could
have,
be, yeah,
yeah,
though it's a weird skull.
it's a weird skull, but it's a skull. So
Yeah.
it got the message, but it's not really what you wanted, right?
No, that one is
Though
interesting. That one,
I
if it
like
had the
this one.
skull, yeah, and also like the first one, if it had the skull, so we could also be
Well, we could copy
turn
the
the
skull
moon
from
into,
here,
yeah,
or copy another skull. Just do a skull
a
moon and
skull
then
moon, and then
put
put
this
it.
in this place. Okay, let's try this with a cinematic prompt and what?
Oh,
Okay,
those are fun, but
it went insane. Let's take the raw mode from here. It was taking this too too strange, too strange. Okay, let's try again, just two images, so it will take less time. Okay, this is probably
Yeah.
more like it, but no skull there.
But there's some weird shapes on that moon, and it looks similar in all.
Yeah, maybe it is trying to do that, but it didn't. Let's try Mage as well, just curiosity. Okay. Okay. I think it's better, but
Mhm.
obviously the moon is not in the shape of a skull. Let's try one thing. Let's take the prompt magic. Usually, this one tends to be more faithful to what you write there. So maybe this will create. Oh, no, I forgot this changed the ratio. Okay, this one ignored everything.
Yeah, you have buildings in the moon. You're on mute.
Not anymore. Okay, no, it's really bad. Let's go. Let's try photo real. See what it does. Okay, this time this one is
Mm.
doing better probably.
Yeah.
Though this is not a skull, but and there's a second moon there, but this is easy to correct. Actually, uh,
But
there's a.
that's almost a skull, actually,
I can
this
show
time.
you how to correct. There's a function here that this cursor here in green. You just select the stuff you don't want, and then you do this, and it will clean up. Not entirely, but you can just do
Hmm.
this again, and it will probably clean it up a little bit better. Okay, yeah, this has done the wrong. I forgot to to repeat. Okay, 3 by 4. Yeah, again, it doesn't. No,
Hmm.
no, not working. Let's try Leonardo diffusion, and let's try photography and 3 by 4. But this one and prompt magic. Okay, I think it improved a little bit. No, that's not what I want. Okay, so this one is working better, so maybe we can try it again. Let's try it again, and this time let's try maybe a digital art and portrait, and we need negative prompt. Okay, this is slightly better, I think, or slightly closer than what we.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do it again, but with a negative prompt now. And let's put the negative prompt here as well. That might help, or maybe not. I don't know. And let's repeat this one just out of curiosity. Okay. Well, I like this one,
Hmm.
and I'll kind of like this one, even though this would have to be
You have a
corrected.
sun and the moon, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, but I like this one.
Yeah, it looks good if you put the skull there. That'll be crazy because
Yeah,
the moon is really there.
this would require
Yes.
some manipulation of the image, some more than I usually do. Okay, so maybe analog film, perhaps see what it does. Okay, here it's improving. Maybe this one wouldn't be difficult at all to transform into a. Okay, this one is not good at all. Well, okay, I'm going to
Yes.
try one last thing with 4 images. Maybe this will work this time with 4 images. And
Well,
if
this one
not,
is a hard one, of course. Oh,
oh, this
that
one is
one
cute.
is cool.
Let's try photographic this time.
This is another idea because people think, oh, it's very easy, but it's not because it takes a lot of tries to
Yes.
get
Of course, I'm not
what we want.
I'm not changing the prompt at all because
Yes.
that would be something else. But there's a way sometimes to try something different. Like for example, in this case, we can ask the site itself to create a prompt.
Mhm.
Maybe that will be the last try. Let's ask this for a prompt. You have to go back. But anyway, these images aren't bad.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
the
yeah.
problem that this would have to be changed. Okay, I would probably in this case just use one of these images and change the moon instead of insisting on this. So where is that? I can't remember. Prompt generation. Yeah. Okay. So let's enter the prompt idea and see what it does. Maybe this will work better. Let's try. And we can keep creating images on this one as well. Now, again, I could try maybe what I did before, removing the background to see how it will look like. This one is cool. It removes everything but the moon. Well, if you wanted the moon, maybe
Yes.
this could work. It actually just the moon, nothing else. So, of course, in this case, we can't use this moon because it's not a skull.
Try asking just for a skull moon to see what,
Yeah, it's probably
because you probably would need to
yeah,
add one to the other picture,
yeah.
one of the others.
Maybe it will work. Let's tell him to do a square. Yeah, okay, that's okay. It keeps producing
Mhm.
good results, but no skull.
Yeah.
Even though there are some shapes here that could be similar to, but not. Okay, this one would probably be easy to transform because the moon is quite visible here. So if we got here, no, that's not what I asked.
A moon in shape of a skull.
Okay, okay, so is not doesn't want to do what we want, what we know, what we are asking. Let's insert a negative prompt. Maybe it will help. Well, if it doesn't, we'll just
Hmm.
skip this and finish the video because okay, never mind. It doesn't want to work properly.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is already a kind of complete for a basic explanation of how these things work. Clipdrop. I use no, I mostly use it for cropping images and removing backgrounds, and sometimes to cleaning up because it's pretty useful for that. Sometimes I use it to create images as well. I usually do it on both, and if for some reason Clipdrop does a better result, I just use that one. But Leonardo Diffusion is definitely much better, and it has other
Mhm.
options that I didn't cover this time. I suggest that if you are just beginning, you probably don't want to go there. Just try first as a basic user, and then if you want to improve and start doing other stuff, you look on the left side. There are options there to change more things than the ones I did change. And I think that's all for
That's
today.
all.
If you want something more, tell us about it. What would you like to see done here in a video about AI illustration, not art?
So
Bye
that's
for
all.
now.
Bye bye.